Growing up with a black mom that had anxiety that showed up as her constantly being irritated or having bad nerves made you think that you were the problem, which then turned you into a people pleaser, which just also gave you anxiety. You see how that's a cycle that needs to be broken? Here's what happens. When you, and especially if you have a black mom, that anxiety looks like, oh, my nerves are bad. I'm always aggravated. Get out of my face. You're pissing me off. As a child, you don't realize that that person is anxious and they are not actually reacting to you being irritating. Yes, kids can be irritating, but when you take that on and you feel like you're the problem and you feel like you're the burden, as a human being, your mind is going to try to adapt to whatever circumstances you find yourself in, right? We are wired to survive. So if you grow up thinking that you're the problem or you're the reason for someone's aggravation, you will analyze social settings and figure out how to not upset people because you learned how to do that with your parent first, right? That shows up as things like walking on pins and needles, not talking too loud, not bothering somebody when you think they're in a bad mood, not expressing how you truly feel, not showing your emotions because, again, you think you're the reason your parents aggravated and you don't want to add on to it. Well, when you learn how to do that, you then do that at work. You do it in your relationships. You do it with other family members and even your friends. You don't show up as your authentic self because you're trying to please everyone and make sure that they're not upset, because you're acting out a pattern that you learned very young. The problem is, like Abraham Lincoln says, you can't please all the people all the time. So ultimately, you will spend all of your energy trying to please people. You'll realize that they're not pleased, which is then going to make you bitter, angry, and resentful. And eventually, after feeling that bitterness, anger, and resentment, after a while, it just starts to drive down your self-esteem and your self-worth because you can't figure out, why can't I please all these people? Baby, because you were never designed to. You were never designed to please all these people. Your mama, your daddy, your husband, your wife, your children, your boss, at some point may or may not be happy with you. They may not agree with what you want to do. They may not agree with what you need or your decisions. That is okay. That is part of being a human being. It's not letting people down. It's being yourself. Work to the capacity you can work. Entertain people to the capacity you can entertain them. Do things that you want to do. Quit saying no to shit you don't want to do, right? Because all the people aren't going to be pleased anyway. So wouldn't it make more sense just to make sure that you are pleased and that the people you actually care about are reasonably okay? Because they're not going to love everything. So we're just shooting for reasonably okay and you being pleased and happy first. Okay, so I hope you guys free yourself from the people pleasing. It's not your fault, but let's break the cycle.